Hey, what's up guys? Chief Pat here, and today bringing you guys a brand new Clash Royale video. And today I'm going to be showing you guys a brand new deck inside of Clash Royale that's a bit of a chip deck that involves the Furnace. Now the Furnace is a card that's a bit underrated right now in my opinion. A lot of people have seen the Furnace and they see how powerful it is, but they're not really using it inside of their deck. And I wanted to show you guys exactly how powerful it is by doing a minor chip deck involving the Furnace, the Mega Minion, as well as the guards. You can also see I'm playing the Log, which is really strong right now. I actually saw that the Log is the most used card inside of the entire top 100 players inside of Clash Royale. Again, due to all the cheating at the top, who knows how accurate that is, but the Log is so popular that a lot of people have incorporated it inside of their deck. So I'm going to show you guys how to play this deck right now by going into the challenges and see if I can get 3 straight wins. Let's go ahead and start with the Furnace in the very center. He's going to play the Hog Rider, and check out instantly the Furnace gets some great value by taking out a Goblin, by taking out the Hog Rider before it does too much damage. And as soon as he attacks, I'm going to go for a counter attack with the Miner as well as the guards that we had, the Furnace that's spawning those Fire Spirits, and the Ice Spirits. So you can already see how this deck is played. The whole point of the deck is you go defensive with the Furnace, you go defensive with all the plenty defensive cards that you have like the guards, and as soon as your defense is over, go on offense with your Miner and start taking down that tower. So with the very first push of the game, we took the tower down to 457 HP. Feels really good to do that, and now we're in the driver's seat for the rest of the game. And as he gets ready to play, he's going to play the Royal Giant, so we're going to have to stop that with our Furnace. Now check out again how powerful the Furnace is. The Furnace kills the Ice Wizard as well as the minions just like that. And with our Mega Minions and our guards on defense, his Royal Giant doesn't even get a single hit off onto our tower. In fact, we have our guards running towards his tower, and as I check the damage for my Lightning Spell, he has to play 2 Elixir and Goblins just to stop that counter push. We didn't even play our Miner, we didn't even play anything else to follow it up, and we have an Elixir lead going into the rest of the battle, so I'm going to go ahead and try to finish off this tower. So Miner is down. Look at that prediction zap right there to take out the Skeleton Army. I knew he was going to be playing the Skeleton Army, and with the Ice Spirit running towards the tower, that's going to be the very first tower of the game, taking 0 damage on either of my towers. So you guys already have a pretty good idea about how this deck is played. Play defense, do a decent job with your Mega Minion and your guards on defense, and then as soon as you can turn it into a counter attack, go ahead and do so with your Furnace and your Miner. So he does his Royal Giant. He actually ends up locking onto the tower. A little bit unlucky on my placement for the Furnace right there. I needed to put it 1 tile up to get the Royal Giant to target it. Honestly, not too big of a deal. We are chipping down that left-hand tower, and with the Furnace spawning a couple more Fire Spirits, they're going to finish off that Hog Rider right there, and we can go ahead and focus on the left-hand side. Now, this is a little bit awkward because the Furnace is a really good offensive card for us, and I don't have it out just yet, so my Miner was sort of just hanging out by himself. Musketeer is going to go down way back there, so let's drop our Mega Minion and get ready to try to take him out. Now, I've got the Log in my hand, debating whether I should play that. I've got the Ice Spirit as well. I'm just going to go ahead and Ice Spirit, try to Ice Spirit something down, but since he played that Ice Wizard, I'm going to get some great value by dropping that Lightning Spell, taking out a 4 Elixir Musketeer as well as a 3 Elixir Ice Wizard. So Furnace on defense, that's going to stop the Hog Rider in its tracks. A Fireball is going to go down. At this point, he's getting desperate to try to stop me. I really don't have anything I need to do on offense, so instead, I'll just drop a Miner because I was getting full on Elixir. Guards and the Mega Minion will kill this Royal GG. Ice Spirit running down the lane, and that will be the end of it. My tower is going to go down to 1200 HP, but honestly, it was really never in trouble as we finish off this game. So great example of how this deck is used. You can see even my opponent's going to leave right there. So of course I got to drop a good game to the computer that's just watching right now. That's going to be the end of it. That was the very first example of the deck, and we're going to pick up 1 win on this challenge right here, 500 golds as well as 10 cards. So it's sort of depressing in the beginning of the challenges. You don't get nearly even close to what you get towards the end of it, but I'll take 500 gold however I can get it. Let's go ahead and get into battle number 2 using this deck and see if we can switch things up against a different opponent. It's always good to try decks against multiple different types of decks because that's what you can see what it's powerful against, what it's not powerful against, and obviously against the deck he was running, it was pretty decent. The Royal Giant, we had some counters to that. Let's go ahead and go with a Miner and an Ice Spirit push. Honestly, I don't have a great hand right now to go on a fully offensive push, so I'm just going to drop 2 cards right there. And as his Ice Wizard runs down the lane, I was hoping that he would go ahead and play something to where I could get more value out of that lightning, but instead he's going to wait it out. Now he's going on the offensive with the Ice Spirit. That's going to kill my Fire Spirits, and with my Furnace on defense, we should be able to stop this Hog Rider before it ends up killing or attacking any of my towers. Now, here's where you have to think about Elixir. Not only are we going to get a 1 Elixir trade from that Log, but I'm not going to worry about this Mega Minion right here. Now, normally, you'd wonder why I took all that damage onto the tower, but I feel like I was down in Elixir right there, and I didn't want to get too far down to where I couldn't counter any of his pushes, so I decided to take that damage, suck up that hit from the Mega Minion, and sort of move on to the next part of the battle and see if we can make some progress there. All right, so Mega Minion's down. Let's go ahead and see what he plays. I've got a Miner. I can drop that onto the Ice Wizard. He's going to go for a Hog Rider yet again, so I'll drop my guards, which will be able to stop that Hog Rider in its tracks. Zap Spell will kill all of those skeletons in the skeleton army, but honestly, we're not going to get too much progress done down that right-hand lane, and he's got a 600 HP lead going into the rest of the battle. However, I'm feeling good because now that my Furnace is down, which honestly is the staple of my deck offensively, he doesn't have a Hog Rider to go after it, and now we're going to start getting some chip damage with those Fire Spirits, or he's going to have to drop some Elixir to try to counter it, and we can go for a slow push down the right-hand lane, seeing whatever he plays and trying to take it out. So Ice Wizard's going down, not too worried about that at all. It will stop my Fire Spirits for now, but eventually we will be able to take him out. I'm going to do the Lightning Spell just as soon as possible, or at the last possible second to take care of the Ice Wizard. Miner's going to get a couple of hits. Fire Spirit should jump into the Mega Minion as well as the tower, and now we're actually pretty decently far ahead as far as HP goes, and with that failure of a log, he's going to get no hits off on that left-hand tower, and we are definitely in the driver's seat. So one more Furnace to play, making sure it's in Hog Rider position so we can stop the Hog Rider in case it runs down the lane. Log's going to kill the Princess every single time for a positive Elixir trade. Orange Juice's favorite term, and let's go and drop a Mega Minion in the back for one final push. At this point, I know I can just lightning down that tower, and that will be the end of the game as his Mega Minion floats over top, trying to make a difference. Now, guards onto the Lobhound, Miner onto the right-hand side as well to finish off that tower. Log's not going to do anything yet again, and with 25 seconds left, the first tower of the game will go down, and now we can go ahead and drop our Furnace and get ready for the rest of the battle. So again, Hog Rider is our only concern right now, and with that log killing that Princess, Ice Wizard running down doing nothing. He plays a rocket onto my Furnace, so he definitely is going to be dropping the Hog Rider right here, and guess what I'm going to do? Lightning Spell onto the Hog Rider, Ice Spirit as well. That hog will go down and turn into bacon, and that will be the end of the game. So Chip Deck worked effectively yet again. You're going to notice this deck almost never gets 3 crowns. It's just a matter of getting that first crown. And of course, if you go to overtime, you can get that second crown as well to pick up the win. 600 gold and 20 cards using this deck. Let's go ahead and hop into one more battle using it and to see if we can pick up yet another win. It's a very controlled deck. You don't want to make a lot of mistakes because if you make mistakes, it's very punishable in that facet. You don't want to go too heavily on offense. You always want to make sure you're playing defensively and then turning it around with a Miner on your opponent's side of the map. Let's go ahead and hop into one more battle against Killer and to see if we can make things come true. All right, so taking a look at my starting hand. I do want my Furnace down as soon as possible, so I'm going to play my Ice Spirit, and as soon as the Ice Spirit goes down, we're going to play our Furnace. Now, notice my opponent is playing a Furnace as well, so they're going to completely cancel each other out, and that's going to sort of be there for the rest of the battle, and we're going to have to use our Lightning Spell effectively, trying to kill the Furnace and something else, and take a look at that Musketeer. If only we had our Lightning Spell, we could have gotten the Tower, the Furnace, and the Musketeer, so let's hope to get that sometime later in the battle, and as soon as the Musketeer locks onto my guards, we'll drop our Mega Minion. The Log's not going to do too much against our Mega Minion right there, and with his Mega Minion running down the lane, they should cancel each other out, and with the Furnace pumping out some Fire Spirits, that'll probably take them out as well. Alright, so far so good. I'll drop my Miner onto his Furnace just to get a little bit of value out of that, and with his Skeleton Army going down, I think my Fire Spirits might be able to take them out. Actually, I'm going to drop a Log because our Fire Spirits will cancel each other out, and take a look at the Log. It's doing work. I dropped a Panic Lightning. I should have gotten his Crown Tower as well, but still getting some great value out of both the Furnace and the Musketeer to make a positive Elixir trade right there. Now, Fire Spirit's running down the lane. Take a look as they chunk that tower, almost 200 HP every single time. They force your opponent to respond, and another, I guess, 170 HP taken off of that left-hand tower. So keep chugging away, Furnace over and over again. There goes the Mega Minion, but the Fire Spirit's going to hit both the Mega Minion and the tower, and he's just bleeding out damage right here. So far, so good. We've taken that tower down 500 HP, and being a chip deck, I don't care how much time it takes to win a battle. We can go 3 minutes into overtime for all I care, and as he drops another Furnace as well as a Log onto those guards, I'm just going to go for a little bit of a counter push. Miner's going down, and take a look at this Lightning. Lightning onto the Furnace, Lightning onto the tower, Lightning onto the Musketeer. The Lightning definitely being the game changer inside of this battle, so I want to keep getting as much Lightning battle value as possible, and if he can never even reach my tower, then he's going to have a hard time winning this game if we Lightning him down consistently. Now, here's an interesting card, though. He's going to play the X-Bow, which we have not seen all battle, and actually, it's not going to do too much because we're going to Ice Spirit down the X-Bow. We've got the Mega Minion onto the X-Bow as well, and just like that, his 6 Elixir X-Bow is completely gone, and that was an interesting play. Now, he has revealed his hand to us at this point, so he's going to be in a lot of trouble. Lightning Spell is going to go down on both the Furnace as well as the Crown Tower. Again, you can see I'm just taking consistent damage onto the tower with the Lightning Spell, and it's just destroying his morale, probably. Furnace is going to go down again. Mega Minion minion's going to go down again, and his Expo just does not have enough support. It's just going to keep getting blasted over and over, and then now we can go for a counterattack. Take a look as we have the miner, the guards, and the mega minion running towards the tower, and with 15 seconds left on the clock, that will be the end of the game, and he just died a slow and painful death. That was just a hard battle for him. He never had any advantages whatsoever. I kept lightning down his stuff for massive elixir trades and massive elixir leads, and overall he just bled out to death, and that gave me my 3rd straight win using this deck. So yeah, you guys can see how to play this deck. It's very fun to play. It's a very controlled and consistent deck. It feels like you have a lot of control of the battle as long as you make all the right plays. I definitely recommend that you check it out, and let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Of course, with the Furnace, you can play many other cards behind it. You don't just have to play this deck that I'm playing right now, and you can bring anything you want to try to swap in for some different changes if you feel it would work out better for you. So again, 3 wins. I'll continue towards this grand challenge sometime else and to show you guys exactly how it works, but that will do it for this deck, and that is going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you smack that like button, and yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Peace out.